So today I thought I'd go over some of my thoughts and opinions on some of these mobile game controllers. This one being the Nacon MG-X Pro. This one is the Gamesir X2 Pro. And this one is the Gamesir G8 Galileo. And I have one bonus pick at the end as well that I will go over. So the first one that I got to try out was this Nacon MG-X Pro. And right off the bat, this one feels quite big and chunky. A lot of people compare it to being like an Xbox Series X or One controller in the hand, and I would say that's pretty accurate. It does feel oddly bigger than a Xbox One controller. I mean, even without the phone in the middle and with the phone in it, it feels, really big and wide. It can go pretty wide. This is the only one out of the three that I am trying out today that does not have a physical connection. This one is Bluetooth only, which can be a pro or a con for some people. For me, it's more of a con because I like having a physical connection. You don't have to worry about pairing. You don't have to worry about battery charging on this thing. The controls on this do feel good. The shoulder buttons, as you can hear, they feel pretty good. The triggers are analog. Joysticks feel good. Face buttons don't feel as good. D-pad doesn't feel as good as I would like it. D-pad I would give like a 5 out of 10. Face buttons I'd give like a 6 out of 10, something like that. This one's probably the best choice if you have like a foldable phone or if you want to fit a little bit bigger device. Yeah, that's the Nacon MG-X Pro. This next one is the Gamesir X2 Pro. This one's the smallest out of the three of them. These joysticks are a lot more like Switch joysticks. They're pretty small. Triggers are analog. Face buttons are good. Face buttons, D-pad, shoulder buttons are all very clicky. Like, these are face buttons. And D-pad. This one does have pass-through charging. It does not have a headphone pass-through, which is unfortunate. This one I would say is the best if you don't need to use the right analog stick. If you are streaming or playing like emulated games where you just need to use the left joystick or the D-pad, I find that when I am playing a game that needs both of the joysticks, like if I am streaming a game from my computer at home to my phone, I find it a little awkward to reach the right joystick and use the shoulder and triggers at the same time. But this one is super small, super cute, very portable, comes with a carry case, which is nice. But again, these joysticks are just a little small, and for me in my hands, this is just a little bit too small of a controller. All right, number 3 is the G8 Galileo. This one is my personal favorite. It has a physical connection, it has USB-C charging, it has headphone pass-through. The joysticks are full size and they're Hall effect too, which is very nice, which means that they just use a magnet instead of regular potentiometer-based joysticks. Triggers are analog. Shoulder buttons feel really good. Face buttons feel really good. D-pad's better than these two, I would say, but still not the best. Probably like a 7 out of 10. Like, this is the D-pad. And face buttons. Shoulder buttons. And triggers. This one can also be modded. If you need to fit a bigger device, there's a couple of tabs you can clip just to make it stretch out a little bit farther. It has these springs in it, which you can kind of hear, like, if I open and close it. Sometimes, like, when I'm playing with my phone in this, and there's certain frequencies that emit through, like, the speakers, I can feel, like, them vibrate the springs in this, which is kind of weird. Very nitpicky, but just a little bit weird. Both these Gamesir controllers, this one and the X2 both have like these buttons on the back you can program, which are nice for, I don't know, macros or whatever. But this one feels the most ergonomic to me. It just feels nice in the hand. It's not too big like the Nacon, however you say it. It feels the best built. The Nacon feels, I don't know, this doesn't really feel like an $80 product to me. It feels more like a $40 product or a $50 product at best, just because it feels kind of cheap. But yeah, I like this one a lot. It's got, you know, a physical connection here, and it's bendable too, so that you don't have to worry about ever hurting the USB-C port on your device. And yeah, it feels very nice, very comfortable. I like it a lot. Now my bonus pick is this, which is just a controller that you may have already laying around, like a PS5, PS4, Xbox One, Xbox Series controller, with just one of these clip things attached to it, which goes for like $15 on Amazon. It is a little awkward to use because your phone mounts, you know, up here like this, which makes the controller feel very top heavy. But I would say once you get used to it, this is a really solid option, and I would not mind using this at all. And this is probably the most comfortable. I mean, at least the controller is the most comfortable out of all of them, other than your phone being at the top, kind of weighing down the top part of it. But once you get used to that, I like this option a lot, and it's very cost effective, especially if you already have a controller. If you don't already have a controller and you need to spend $50, $60 to get a controller plus the clip, then you know the value proposition isn't really there anymore. But if you already have a controller, I think this is a great option. So those are some of my thoughts and opinions on these mobile game controllers. To summarize, my favorite is the G8 Galileo. It feels the best built. I like the buttons the best. Number 2 would be the X2 Pro. It's a little small for me, but if that's what you're going for, then hey, more power to you. And I do really like this a lot. It's just a little bit small. And the Nacon MG-X Pro is my least favorite. It doesn't feel that well built. It's a little bit big. I don't like the battery. I don't like the Bluetooth, but that's just me. That may not be you as well. And the controller clip. I do like this once you get used to it. It is a little bit weird. It's probably the most cost effective if you already have a controller. And it is very nice and comfortable. So those are some of my thoughts and opinions on these controllers. If you have any specific questions for me, please leave them in the comments down below, and I will do my best to answer those questions for you. And thank you for watching, and I wish you a very good day. See you later.